Hello, welcome to BFS Wargame. I'm Alex and I'm here with Dan. Playing a 2,000 point game today, so I'm playing my AdMech with Imperial Knight, and Dan's playing Drukhari, which is going to be a fun game to play. I heard they're really powerful and I'm not looking forward to getting my ass handed to me. So here's my army. So it's 2,000 points. I'm running a battalion and then obviously it's the Supreme Heavy Detachment with the Imperial Knights. I'll start with the Imperial Knights because it's been the quick and easy one. Got two of the armigers. Both have the melter options with the thermal spears. Hopefully we'll get some new options with those with the Imperial Knight Codex, and we can try some other things out. And then I've gone for a Knight Crusader, going with Avenger Gatling Cannon, Rapid Fire Battle Cannon. He's got the Heavy Stubber and an Iron Storm Missile Pod. That will give me the 3 command points for that detachment, and then to try and get a few more command points I've gone for a battalion. So 2 HQs for the battalion. We've got a Tech Priest Dominus. He has the Monitor Malevolous Warlord trait, so he can get command points back, and he also has the relic that's the, and I might be pronouncing this wrong, the Autocaduceus of Archenland, which lets him reroll his repairs on vehicles. And then the second HQ is just plain old engine sear. For the troops for the battalion, I've gone for 2 units of 8 Vanguard. They're all just plain Brad carbines. I do have the Alphas in there modelled with their pistols and taser goads or a paramol, but they are actually going to be running just the Rad carbines. And then I've got 2 squads of the AdMech Rangers, and we've got 1 Transuranic Arquebus in each of those, and then just 4 plain. Let's move on to. Got a bit of a sort of a spearhead going on inside the battalion, so just added these in here. We've got a Dune Crawler with the Icarus Array and added Cognis Stubber, and then another one with the Neutron Laser, and then we've just got 2 Castellan robots, all kitted out with the 3 guns, so we've gone Dakabot heavier there to help give some firepower. So we'll see how they stand up. It's quite a few models for an AdMech army, but we'll see how they go against Drukhari. So we'll move on to those. Firepower. There's a fair amount. There could be more if I didn't have all the big knights. They're quite heavy cost points wise. This is over 1,000 points of the army is just these 3 models, and obviously just try to fill it out with the rest of them. But I'm sure Drukhari will make easy work of them.
I hope so, but we shall see.
Yes, let's do the Drukhari.
Hello, this is Dan and Alex with the Drukhari setup. I'll be running a battalion, a patrol and an outrider. The battalion is 3 troop choices, which are the Cavalite Warriors, 10-man squad and 2 5s, blaster in that one, blaster in that one, Dark Lance and 2 blasters in that one. There's an Archon, a secondary Archon, Dracon, and Court of the Archon. He have the Dision Blade as his artifact. We have Scourges, all with Haywire blasters, bar the Sergeant with a blaster. We have 2 Ravagers, all with Dark Lances, a Raider, Dark Lance, a Razorwing Jetfighter, Dark Lances and missiles, a Void Raven with Void Lances, Void Bomb and missiles. For the Homunculus Coven, it will be Prophets of Flesh with 5 Racks, a Talos, a Kronos, 4 Grotesques and a Raider. And for the Outrider, we have 6 Reavers with 2 blasters, 3-man Reaver squad with 1 blaster, and the Hellions, all the same, Splinter Pods and Claves, and then the Succubus. We run into the Alliance of Agni, so all the Archon, the Homunculus and the Succubus will have a Warlord trait. I'll be running Red Grief on the Witch Cult, Prophets of Flesh for the Homunculus Coven, and a Black Heart for the Cabal. And I'll be using a command point to have the Alliance of Agony, which will give all the commanders a Warlord trait.
That's a lot of models and a lot of guns. I think you're actually outnumber and potentially outgun the AdMech.
Yeah, the -1 to hit for having the AdMech with the...
oh yeah, if I didn't mention before, it was Stygies 8, so it's the Forge World that gives -1 to hit outside 12 inches, and that affects everything, but obviously it's not going to affect my Knights. They're going to be essentially almost like a non-Codex allied army, so
which is going to make it a lot more difficult to hit.
Yeah, hopefully that will keep what little I have alive for a bit longer, just so we can hopefully deal out some damage and take some of this stuff out before it before we can retaliate. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing how they play though, because I think this is probably the first Eldar army I've actually played for 8th edition, and it's going to be one of the more powerful ones from the sounds of it. So let's see how we go.
Played against an AdMech or Knights, so it'll be good.
Learning experience for everyone.
Right, we have set up and we rolled, and we got Ascension as our Eternal War, and we're playing Hammer and Anvil. Drukhari is set up at this end. There's a Homunculus and Grotesques. There's Talos, Kronos, all the HQs and the racks. There's some Calabite warriors inside that raider, and then there's some Calabite warriors out there in the open. Both sets of Reavers over here, and we have the
models we're shooting.
Hellions and some more Calabite warriors. We've used Screaming Jet stratagem and put both Flyers and the Ravagers in the webway, and we've got the Scourges in Deep Strike. And then over here we have...
Yes, we've got the big Knight Crusader at the front with one of the armigers on this side. We've got the unit of Rangers with the Transuranic Arquebus, the 2 Dune Crawlers with some Vanguard just in front of them, the HQ, more Rangers with Sniper Rifle there, Castellan Robots, more Vanguard, the Data Smith to go with the robots, the other armiger and the other Engine Seer on this side as well.
Right, so we're going to roll off.
So you goes first. I've got +1 for setting up first. Dan gets I'll try Siege Initiative there.
Dropping the 30 boys.
Oh, already got it. There we go.
Right, we'll
get going. Okay, so that's the end of the movement phase, turn 1, the AdMech. All we did, we moved up the Crusader and the Armiger to try and hold on to this objective and get a bit of line of sight on some of the Drukhari. The Rangers in the building here stood still. They're hoping we had to take a couple of pot shots at something. The Dune Crawlers have moved around along with the Dominus, moving along with them to give them their re-rolls of 1s. Move the Rangers up, move the Vanguards forward, move the Vanguards to this end just to give a bit more cover for the robots, and then the Armiger and the Engine Seer up this side. So the AdMech are running up the field, and hopefully we'll do some damage in the shooting phase and see how it all pays off.
Resilience to start.
Okay, so we'll try and do this in order. So the Armiger on the far side there shot its thermal spear into the Kronos and did nothing. It didn't actually get any of its damage through. Feel no pain got in the way on that one. We got the Vanguard here to take a shot at the 5-man squad that was here. They took 2 guys out, and we had the Cognus Stubber from the Dune Crawler help out with them. I think he took another 1 or 2 guys out, and then the Icarus Array did quite a few wounds actually to your Raider. The Raider was then finished off by
Knight.
It was the thermal spear on the Armiger here, which also shot its melter gun into the Hellions over here and took one of them out. The Knight here used its rapid fire battle cannon onto the Kronos and did 3 wounds in the end.
Yep.
Did quite well at saving all those with the Feel No Pain, as well as helped take out the Raider and clear out some of the guys who were actually
the Calabite warriors.
So, yeah, so the Calabite warriors were taken out with the Avenger Gatling Cannon and the Heavy Stubbers. And then we had a couple of pot shots really from the Rangers back here into the Cabalites at the front, as well as the robots were the other ones who helped take out the Raider itself. So after all that, a lot of line of sight blocking terrain actually did hinder quite a lot. Drukhari hidden quite a lot, and they've done really well at doing a lot of their saves. So we'll move into the charge phase. I don't think anything's actually going to be charging, so we'll see how we go. Charge and fighting phase. The only thing that was in range really is the Armiger here to the Hellions, but it's a 11-inch charge essentially, so I'm not going to attempt that. to morale, all we lost was the one Cavalite warrior that was here. Had a roll of a 4.
And lost 4.
And lost 4. Leadership 7, so just enough to lose that one guy. Everything else is fine. Didn't do enough damage to anything else to trigger morale anywhere else. So we'll move into the Drukhari turn 1.
Right, so Drukhari movement phase. The Ravagers moved in from the Screaming Jet stratagem. The Raiders moved up with the Homunculus and the Grotesques in it. The Talos and the Kronos have moved up. The Succubus and the Archon have moved up, as well as the Rax. The Reavers have moved up and advanced. The Scourges dropped in. These Reavers moved up top here. This Ravager's moved over here. The Calabites moved up slightly, and the Hellions have moved up. And the Void Raven, Bomber, and the Razor Wing have moved, dropped in at the back.
That's 5.
Right, end of the shooting phase for Drukhari turn 1. Not a very good round. We had a lot of stuff shot into the Armiger. I think we took 6 wounds off. Was it?
6 wounds off the Armiger.
And then we shot a lot of stuff into the Knight.
5 wounds on him.
5 wounds off him. There's a lot of stuff that missed. We took 2 off of the.
So 3 guys from this unit are gone.
With the Reavers.
And we lost 1 guy from the Vanguards back here from the. Which one's that? That's your Void Raven, isn't it?
So it's the Razor Wing.
Razor Wing.
And other than that, we've had a lot of bad rolls and misses.
Yeah, it wasn't a brilliant, shooting phase.
So with that, we'll hope for a better charge phase.
But he didn't fight.
Yeah. Right, end of Drukhari charge and fight phase.
So
the Rax got in with the Armiger, so did the Archon and the Succubus.
And then 5.
Alex spent 2 command points
to interrupt.
Yeah, and did 3 wounds on the Succubus.
Yep.
And all of that lot did.
I think it came to 3 more wounds on the Armiger, so he's down to 3 now.
2 of them were the Rax hitting on wounded on 6s, which I was very surprised about. And the Reavers charged.
Yeah, they charged the Vanguard and cleared off the 4 that was left standing.
And that was the end of the charge and fight phase.
Oh, we haven't done that.
Moving on to turn 2
We'll take those 2 out over the rolls.
for Admech.
We're going to use the
Right, so this is Admech movement turn 2.
Right, so what we've done is we've moved the Knight from here just this way to help hopefully deal with this side of the table and some of the stuff that's coming around the edges here. The Armiger stayed put. He's going to try and deal with this objective and see if he can hold on to that. The Doom Crawlers I've moved back round to get away from these bikes really. So much more out in the open now that they can see that they can shoot properly from there. Move the Rangers round so the actual Transparent Arquebus has view. It's obviously going to give him -1 to hit with his heavy weapon, but at least he can actually see something. I've put the 2 robots into the protective protocol, I think it is, so they double their shots.
Which I tried to stop with Agents of Vet and rolled a 1. Then command point re-rolled that 1 and got another 1.
So they're happy, they're double shots. They can't move now anymore. Then we moved the Vanguard. They advanced from here, rolled a 6. They've gone all the way across this building, and they've met up with the Engine Seer and the Armiger that have fallen back out of combat. Again, try to use what's the ability these Succubus has to hold them in combat?
No escape.
So yeah, try to use no escape
on the Engine Seer.
But managed to win the roll off there. So the Engine Seer fell back, had a chance to repair it in the movement phase. So the Armiger's got up. I think that's for movement. So we'll go into the shooting phase and see how we fare. Okay, so that's Admech turn 2 shooting phase done. So the Armiger here used its melter gun on top to take out one of the Hellions, and then the thermal spear onto the Ravager here. I think it did 6 wounds in the end.
Yes.
So we're down to 1 wound left on that. The Rangers back here, Transoceanic Arquebus shot onto the Ravager as well. Don't think it did a wound to it, did it?
I think 3.
Was it 3 wounds?
No,
oh yeah, because it's 4. Yeah. So 3 wounds there, and then the 4 Rangers shot into the Cabalites, taking 1 out. over here we had combined shooting from the Icarus array and the neutron laser into the Void Dragon. Only got down to 1 wound. Tried to finish it off using the Ironstorm missile pod from the Crusader. Nothing went through, so unfortunately that's still alive. The 2 robots back here, they split fire, they took out a few of the bikes and did 4 wounds, I think, to the Raider at the back. This squad of Vanguard cleared off the Succubus that was over here with the racks, and then the Crusader itself, I mentioned it shot the Void Dragon, but also shot into the Raider with the Avenger Gatling Cannon, used the rapid fire battle cannon into
the
Razor Wing, and then it used its flamers on the bikes to take another one out, and then the Cognitive Stubbers took both of those combined, took one of the racks out. There's a bit of fire coming from the Rangers down here into the bikes as well, so it's quite a lot of combined shooting, and 1 bike's still standing. Hopefully we'll get that cleared off and we'll see how we go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only on 4, we'll get D3.
Okay, so that's the end of AdMech turn 2 charge and fight phase. So the Armiger here charged in.
I'll get 1 for that.
Killed 1.
Yeah.
And then the Crusader charged in and using Titanic feat, having 12 hits, managed to get 1 wound out of it, and it was saved.
Did do 3, 6, feel no pain, I think it was.
Yeah, 3, there was 1 failed, so there was 1 wound on him.
Yeah.
And then he's going to stand there and survive another round. So after 12 hits, he's managed to keep standing.
Oh, yeah,
so that's the end of the turn. We'll move into Drukhari.
Turn 2. Right, Drukhari movement phase, turn 2. Move the Archon up, the Talos and the Kronos up. I used Aether Sails to get the Raider all the way up the board and moved up the racks and the Archon there. I dropped the biker back, and I also dropped. I also moved the Ravager up just to get him a couple more shots on. I moved the Calibite Warriors forward to make sure I've got a contesting for that point, and dropped the Hellions out of combat. I've left the Reavers on top there, and I've moved the Void Raven. And
haven't resolved the bomb on that yet.
I need to resolve the Void Bomb on the 2 robots, and I moved the Razor Wing up to here. I think that's it. Moving on to shooting. In fact, we could do that live.
Okay, so is it 3d6 on a 3 up, 1 mortal wound?
So what I got?
So that's 2 misses.
So that's 4 mortal wounds.
Okay. So that'll be.
With that, we'll move on to the shooting phase. Right, end of Drukhari, turn 2 shooting. The Ravager here missed. The Reavers here missed. Ravager here missed. The Calibite Warriors missed. The Hellions missed. The Reavers missed.
Then you changed your die.
And then I changed dice, and I think the Razor Wing missed everything.
So
Oh no, he
killed
killed two
Rangers.
with the Splinter Cannon. The Void Raven Bomber
Cleared off one of the robots.
cleared one of the robots off, but missed with his other stuff.
And then your Dracon, or
The
your Archon,
Dracon,
with his blaster took out the Armiger with 4 wounds left.
and that was the end of the shooting phase. Moving on to charge phase. See if we can do anything better here. Right, end of Drukhari turn. In the attack fight phase, the racks attacked the engine seer and did no.
No, it
damage.
saved 3.
It saved.
With, 2 6s and a 5 up.
Yep, the Archon took out.
Killed 4 guys, so I took him out the front to take him out of combat, and then 1 more ran to morale.
And the 2 Hellions attacked the armature.
Yeah, did 3 wounds, saved all 3, and then fought back and did 9 wounds, I think.
Yeah, 9 wounds, saved 1.
Couple saved, 1 saved. Yeah.
And that's it for the Drukhari turn 2. Moving into Admech turn 3.
Okay, so that's end of turn 3 movement phase for Admech. All that really happened was the knight moved this way. Dunecrawler came round slightly to get a bit of field of vision across the table, and the engine seer fell back, and a plucky little vanguard decided to do an advance from just over here to here, got 12, and he's going to try and go for the objective if anything doesn't kill him. So we'll see how he fares.
Right, end of Admech turn 3 shooting.
Okay, so what we ended up doing, the Armiger here put all its firepower into the Raider, the Ravager that was here.
Blew it
Killed
up.
it with its, I think it had 1 wound left.
It blew up, damaged nothing.
Nothing, yep. The 4 Rangers here took, I think, 1 Cavalite out after their shooting.
Yep.
The sniper shot at the transport as well, but didn't do anything.
Yep.
We had the Icarus Array and the Neutron Laser here shooting to the fly, but he's still there with 1 wound left.
And the Stubbers went into...
Stubbers went to the biker and he's still standing, he's not taking any wounds there.
No, he's flinching off everything.
Exactly. Then we had the Ironstorm missile pod from the Crusader try and take the fire out, did nothing. The Crusader shot the rest of its guns, sort of all over the place. That shot Cognos Stubbers at the biker as well, who managed to survive. The rapid fire battle cannon went into the Talos and did a couple wounds there. Then we did the Avenger Gatling cannon and the Flamer into the Archon. Managed to save actually quite a lot of the shots to start with the 2-up invuln, but finally just cracked through and managed to save all the... well, actually didn't save any of the feel no pains. It was 1 feel no pain roll that...
the Sliff took 3 of the wounds.
Yeah, the Sliff took 3 of them, so...
And then he...
I think it was 8 wounds in total.
Yeah, he saved 1. Sliff took 3. They took 4 wounds off him.
Yeah, so quite a lot of wounds done there. So decent amount of damage there. I think that's actually all the shooting. There's not a huge amount left on the board for the Data Smith who's hidden away here, he took his gamma pistol and cleared off the fly that was just here next to the robot. So
Void
that was
Raven.
the Void Raven gone. So a bit of damage, whittled down a couple of things. We'll see what happens in the charge phase. We'll go from there. Right. So combat phase done. The Knight charged in against the Raider using Titanic feat. Managed to do it was about 4 or 5 wounds, isn't it? Yeah, he was only on 3. So cleared out the Raider. One of the grotesques inside they failed on the roll to get out. So that's 1 dead there. And then with the Armiger, it charged in and did 12 wounds on the 3 Cabalites, and only 1 feel no pain was saved. So they've gone, which should free up those 2 objectives for me to hold those for this turn and get the victory points there. So we'll go to Drukhari turn 3.
Indeed.
It does not get any
Right,
bonus
end
to
of
save
Drukhari
cover for the
turn
next phase.
3 shooting. The Ravager, the Razor
To
Wing,
be fair,
the Reaver,
my intention would probably
everything
be
down here
yours
that could
counts
do,
cover.
all shot into the
Then
Knight and
my
took
intention
off
probably
8
is
wounds.
8 wounds in
altogether.
total, yeah.
The Archon or
So
Dracon over there
Slight, Warp
took
Charge 5.
Killed the engine seer, did
So-
6 wounds.
Yeah,
with the
6 wounds with the blast pistol and killed the
Ooh,
engine seer. And the Reaver jet bikes
Do you wanna
over
come up,
there fired the blaster and the
D6
sprint rifles and
and
did
take one
nothing.
out though, won't it, if I get it anyway?
So
No.
on to Drukhari, charge and fight phase. Right, end of Drukhari turn 3. A lot of stuff stormed into the Knight.
-1.
I think it was pretty much only the grotesques
Hit on
that
3s.
Grotesque did a couple wounds. I think the Kronos did
did a couple of wounds,
couple of
maybe.
wounds. But did a 2 command points to interrupt to kill the Talos
Talos,
before it
yeah.
could do his attacks. So it was another 3 wounds in combat against the Knight with everything down
And
there.
then wounding on. Was it toughness?
And the
6.
3 points.
3 bikes over there did no wounds and then died from fight back.
Actually, you did 2 wounds on the.
Oh, sorry,
you did
2
on
from the
Armor,
blade
yeah.
lanes and then
Yeah.
died from fight back. Yeah, that's it.
Did I didn't do my attacks for the Vanguard, did I? I didn't resolve that against
Oh.
the racks.
No, let's just do that.
quickly. So he's, I believe he's sitting on 3s in combat. I'm double checking. If he is, it's only 2. He is, it's going to be strength 3. Actually, he's hitting on 4, so I think that's actually nothing. A lot of 3s there, didn't I?
Misses.
Okay, that's that then.
Right, so that's the end of Admech turn 4 movement phase. So what I ended up doing was taking the knight locked in combat here, dropping back so you can carry on doing some shooting and hopefully clear a few things off. The Dune crawlers, they've moved around, put the Icarus array up front here where we can see some flies. We've got the neutron laser over here so you can see the back end of the Ravager down the end that way, and then we moved the Armiger just so we're still 3 inches within the objective to hold it, but within range as well to hit the Ravager with his thermal spear. Temporary Dominus has just moved up slightly to keep giving his bubble of reroll 1s around here, and the Data Smith's moved out from under the stairs essentially to have a go at the Archon here and see if we can do something with him. So we'll move into the shooting phase and see what we can do. End of Admech turn 4 shooting phase. Fair amount was actually done. So combination between the Armiger's thermal spear and the neutron laser from the Dune Crawler took out the Ravager. The Knight shot down the Raven Wing with his rapid fire battle cannon. Raven Wing exploded, killing the Vanguard that was here and dealing a mortal wound to the Knight. Knight also put, I think, about 12 shots on the Avenger Gatling cannon into the Grotesques, and only 1 wound was dealt in the end after all these saves and feel no pain. The Talos was taken out by the Dune Crawler with the Icarus. Kronos, I keep getting that the wrong way around. That was taken out by the Dune Crawler with the Icarus array, and the Archon was taken out by the Iron Storm missile pod from the Knight.
Which got you Slay the Warlord?
That got Slay the Warlord, yeah. Managed to finally clear off the bike that was on top of this building. He's survived about 4 rounds of shooting, a Knight in close combat, and then finally taken 1 wound, rolling both 1s for the save and the feel no pain from the Temporary Dominus.
Pretty much the only person in my army not to have had an invuln as well.
Yeah, somehow he's made every single save. And then down this end we shot the Gamma Pistol from the Sarvnetica Data Smith into the Archon Dracon who was here, and that was followed up as well from shots from the robot because he had nothing else to shoot at. So I think after that we've cleared a fair bit off the table, freed up a couple of the ejectives, which is what I really need to do to stop Dan getting more points. And we're going to go into the Drukhari turn and see what we can do.
Yeah, well, not a lot with that amount of troops, but here we go. Give it a whirl. Drukhari movement. The Leomans moved around there to claim that objective. The Racks have moved over to there to attack that guy,
Data Smith.
the Data Smith. The Grotesques and the Homunculus have moved forward because they're fancying a go at the Knight. And that is the entirety of the Drukhari movement phase. So we'll move on to right. End of Drukhari. I did the shooting and assault phase just because there was only 1 gun shooting. So the Leoman's still down there on that objective, gained us 2 victory points. The Homunculus didn't do much apart from buff the Grotesques, but the Grotesques did 5 wounds, yeah, on the Knight, did quite well, and the Rex attacked, did nothing, we lost 1 in return. And now we're moving on to Admech turn 5.
With the wounds on there, so
Right, game ends turn 4 Admech shooting.
Yeah, so I think we've decided to do everything and then film it. So we skipped past the movement phase and just went straight to it.
Yeah,
so what I ended up doing with the Knight was just pulling him back again out of combat, just to free him up so he can shoot a few things along with everything else on the board. What we had is the Homunculus took quite a lot of damage from the melter from the Armiger.
4 shots, 4 wounds.
4 wounds. Luckily he was just slightly in front of the Grotesque, so he was just in range to have a go at him. And then the Icarus array actually shot at him as well. Didn't actually do that many wounds, I think.
No.
It was 9. Neutron laser. The Icarus array and the Coldness Stubber. I think we shot all those into the Grotesques. Used the stratagem to give him +2 to his shooting, just so obviously it's -1 to hit things when you're shooting ground targets with the Icarus array, which moves to a 2-up, re-rolling 1s with the Tech Priest there and the Canticles that's in effect. And then on this side where the Racks were, I shot the robot into them. I think you'd say pretty much everything that came through, so the robot didn't do anything. The star really at the end of it was the Knight on 2 wounds. He's hitting on foes and somehow managed with his split firing to take out the Homunculus, who had 1 wound left using the Storm Pod missile launcher on the top. Took the 2 racks out using the Avenger Gatling cannon, and took out your character. Can't remember her name there. But
The Liam and Poisoner, the Court of the Archon.
So with the rapid fire battle cannon, took her out as well. So managed to clear the board. At the end of that turn, that would give me 7 victory points, with the armour still holding within 3 inches of the objective on the far end. I think it puts Dan on 8. So in the end, when it came to points, Dan was winning, but just managed to table at the end. Trying to use the knight to pull him a bit away from the objective and open him up for more shooting, so I could try and clear something out there.
Yeah, at that point I sort of went for broke. Really, I didn't have anywhere near enough. But I've learned from the battle that to include some disintegrators and not rely on dark lances, because that one shot and one shot miss, same as las cannons. I had an awful lot of misses, and it obviously puts a big disadvantage.
If you could have landed some more of those hits on the knights, on the tanks, I think it would have done a lot of damage. It would cause a big problem for me, because this list, the fact that I put 1,000 points on into knights, which I don't normally do when I'm playing Aztec. If you took those off the table, that's half the army gone. Just needed those shots to land.
Yeah, and I mean 20 missed dark lance shots in the first 2 turns is a massive amount of firepower from my army to miss.
Yeah.
But on the other note, having a homunculus with the grotesques buffing them, they did really well against the knight, and I just didn't think they would do. And
yeah,
I think all in all, they must have taken about 12 wounds altogether in 2 rounds.
I think it was by the time the knight got to here and he was getting into combat, I think it was probably
19.
about 2 rounds of sort of falling him back a bit and shooting. Went from 19 down to 2 wounds. So
and that's predominantly the grotesques. And that was a group of 4, and then went down to 3 on the second attack. So they are phenomenally good.
Yeah.
So
any bigger than that, if you took a 10-man unit, I think that would probably even through the knight pretty quickly.
Yeah, I was surprised at how well they did against a big item, a big Lord of War like that. It was very good for me really to learn that, and also learn to split between disintegrator cannons and dark lances just to get extra shots really. But you live and learn, and it's been a really good battle. Really enjoyed it. It's been close right the way through until the final bit really.
It was everything took a lot of thought. It wasn't just mindless trying to kill each other. It was having to determine where to fire the shots to try and hinder each other, and there's a lot of thought having to go into it.
Quite a few hours to get through with all the saves and the durability of the Drukhari. Eating up saves, and I mean the grotesques took 12. Was it 12 shots?
12 shots, yeah, and I think
one wound, yeah.
That was with
off the Gatling cannon.
3 saves, and you rolled 3 6s on the
Feel No Pain.
Pains. So yeah, really good saves.
But yeah, been very good. Right, with that, BFS Wargaming out.